Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. This bookmark card is what I'm going to make today. The bookmark sits in the pocket and the front is made from acetate. Now the colour scheme that I'm going to use is one that I really do like. It's pale lemon and lilac, and I've got several sheets of coordinating paper and I'll decide from there which ones I want to use. So all I'm going to do is take an A4 piece of card and fold it in half. Now I'm going to fold that piece in half again and I'm going to remove the panel. But don't throw that away because that is the bit that's going to make your bookmark. So now you've got that on your card. Now I've taken a nice thick piece of acetate and I've cut the sheet so that it fits the card, the actual card itself. I'm going to put double-sided tape on this panel, and then when I close that up it will stick to the acetate sheet and that will be the front of my card. So you need to decide on which sheet of paper you're going to put where. So I've decided on this nice lilac spotty one to go on the back panel. So with a wet glue I'm just going to add that in place. I'm going to make it nice and tidy. And then once it's in place, I'm just going to press it down and then I will trim it from the other side. There we are, and that's the back piece in place. Now if you look there you can just see the workings of the double-sided tape. So decide which piece you're going to put on the front of your card as your panel, but cut two pieces and you're going to put the other piece on this side so that this now, all these workings are covered. It goes for a much more professional finish. So I'm just going to cut these sheets down now and attach them to both sides of that panel. Now I've cut my panel for the inside, and because this is acetate you'll need to stick it down with some strong double-sided tape. But before I actually fit it to that panel I'm going to add the ribbons because I want the workings of the ribbons also hidden inside that panel. So what I've done is I've cut myself a nice length of organza ribbon. I've cut some white satin ribbon and I'm going to top those with some very thin purple ribbon, and they're going to sit along the card front just there. Now I've cut a smaller panel that will sit on the front, and on three of the outside and the bottom on the inside I'm just going to add some extra strong double-sided tape and fit that in place, but you're going to leave the top panel open, and I'm going to add this other panel to cover the workings now of the ribbon. So I'm just going to fit those two in place. So to make the bookmark that sits inside the little pocket, you can either die cut your shape or you can make one from the extra piece that was left from your card. So all you're going to do, I'm just going to flip this over because I've already marked it, you're going to find the middle of the card and make a little mark, and whatever that distance is you're going to measure down to the side, on each side that same distance. And then if you take your ruler and your craft knife and cut that off, you're then also just going to, I'm just using the grid marks on my mat, you're just going to cut the top of that off, and then in the centre you're just going to add a little hole to thread some ribbon through, and then shorten it to the length that you want to fit in your panel. So I'm just going to cut that down to make the bookmark. Now I've decided to cover my bookmark with some paper that blends in with the card. So I'm just going to glue it in place and then trim around the edges and recreate the hole. So I've printed off a little verse. I've added the lilac sheet to the white bookmark. I've just inked around the edges, and I've cut myself a piece of the thin ribbon, and I'm just going to push that through the hole and then thread the ribbon through it, and that's like the tag for your bookmark, and that sits in the pocket. So from the two ribbons I've created a bow, which I'm just going to glue in place. From the white base card I've cut some leaves, and from the three different papers I've made some flowers. So I'm just going to add those in place, and in the centre of the flowers I've put some pearls, and on each of the corners I've just added a silver peel off, just a corner peel off, just to finish the card off. So once you've glued your leaves and your flowers in place with your bow, just pop your bookmark into the centre, and there's your finished card. Now to the card that I've just made, I decided to add some silver peel off dragonflies and butterflies, and I've just coloured them in with a Sakura pen. The bookmark has also got some butterflies on it, and that will of course just sit in the pocket.